Welcome back, hope you're doing well today, and welcome back to Call of Duty, Black Ops Cold War, game guides, tips and tricks, all that good stuff. Hope you're enjoying the game so far, and with Christmas fast approaching, there'll be a number of new people coming into the game. So what I thought I'd do today is I'd share the settings that I'm using in-game with you guys. It might help you just be a little bit more effective in the game. It might help your aim, etc, etc. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so here we are in the settings menu. We'll hop in here. So there's a few things that I would recommend that you do straight away. We will come back to the controller sensitivity in a minute, stick sensitivity. Button layout, always go with tactical. There are a number of options here, but I always go with tactical, just seems to work for me. Controller vibration switch off. You don't want, especially in multiplayer, you don't want that vibrating, and it can mean the difference between you either killing an enemy or not, so switch that off. I generally leave all of this kind of stuff here. Completely switched off, default. Don't play with any of this apart from the left stick minimum input threshold and right stick minimum input threshold, and we'll come to that in a second. So everything else is as it comes out the box. With the horizontal stick sensitivity and the vertical stick sensitivity, this is going to be a personal preference on the style that you play the game, the controller that you have, etc, etc. I basically play on a 5 for horizontal and 4 for vertical. I know some people play as high as 8, even higher than that. That works for me. I was playing on 5 and 5, and I just found that when I dropped the vertical stick sensitivity back to 4, it worked for me. Play around with this one. This is a very important one for you to get right, because this affects the way that you aim in and how accurate you are. If you're a sniper, you're going to have this a lot higher. If you're like me, where I play ARs or SMGs, I like to have it around this level. So my advice is play around with that. Play around with that sensitivity to till you get what you need. So start at maybe, I don't know, 4 and 4, whatever the default is, and then raise it by 1 on both sticks. See if that works for you. Raise it another until you find the optimum. When you're spinning round and you can't lock on target, that's when to back it off. So it takes a little bit of work to get these right. I've played Call of Duty for a long time, so I sort of know where they should be and for me what works for me. So yeah, that's the stick sensitivity. Very, very key to being successful in the game. If you don't want to jump straight into a game and get absolutely destroyed while you're playing around with your stick sensitivity, my suggestion is to get into either the custom game or the game mode that they have got in this game that you can practice against bots. Play in there and play around with the sensitivity in there. You can experiment as much as you like and get it optimized for your playstyle. Let's get back down here to the advanced section. So the input threshold, both on the left and right stick, you'll see mine is at 4 on both of those. Now, generally what will happen is it will be up around 12, 13 somewhere as a default. This is basically your stick drift, and I'm going to cut in a second to a tutorial, and we'll walk you through how this works and how to set it up. So my advice is to hop in a custom game without any bots, and then that way you can spend as long as you need to get this set up. Okay, to adjust your stick drift, basically what you need is a wall. So wall like that. hop into your settings menu and go all the way down to advanced controller and go pull that all the way to 0, and it'll show you what your stick drift is doing. So you'll see when I aim in, I'm actually moving. I'm not doing anything with my controller, but my controller is moving. So the way to fix this is a little bit back and forward, but push it up by 1, then back out, and see if it's aiming, and see if it's still moving. If it is, go back to your settings and keep pushing that until it stops. You can see that's still slightly moving. I always aim in just to reset it a little bit. Yeah, it's still moving. So I played around with that. You just keep doing it until that stops. And you want it at the point where it stops. And no further than that. See, that's stopped now. There is no movement in my controller. And that just means your sensitivity is on point, and it's as good as it can be, and it'll help your movement a lot, and it will help you to be very, very accurate with your gun. Graphics, switch off. I'll always switch off motion blur. It'll just mean that you snap onto target a little bit better, and yeah, it'll just make it a little bit quicker. Field of view again is one of those preferential things. You're going to have to play around to find what is the best for you. I know some people that I play with have that on absolute max. Others kind of have it in between. Some of the pros I think are around the 100-104 mark. I kind of played around with this in the beta, and I found 94 to 96 works for me, and so that's where I have it. The affected and independent aim down sight, play around with that because it can make a difference again in how you aim in. I've got it on affected ADS field of view. Audio. So I generally have the music turned way down. I'm not really interested. So the main one that you're probably interested in is the audio presets. I've played around, its default is Treyarch Mix. I've played around with, where is it? The super bass boost or the high boost. One of those two I would recommend. I'm on high boost at the moment and it's working for me. But either of those should be okay. There's not much else I would change there. I generally have my voice chat turned up quite a bit. I found that for some reason, I don't know, the voice chat volume just seems to be low at times, so I have that boosted a little bit. And I think pretty much apart from that, that's all the changes I've made, and I'd recommend that you make before you start the game. So before you even get into a match, make some adjustments, and it should set you in good stead for playing the game. Okay guys, I hope that is useful for you. I thought it was worth sharing how I've got things set up. You know, if you're a long-term Call of Duty player, or if you're just starting, it's always good to see what other people are set up like. It might actually help you be a little bit more effective in the game. I hope you're enjoying this at the moment. I am loving the Black Ops Cold War game. And yeah, if you want to jump on with me at any time, please let me know, and I'm happy to hop into a match with you. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, check out all the content here. There's lots of different games and game guides and all kinds of stuff on the channel. If you enjoy what you see, leave a like, and if you want to keep up to date, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, and you won't miss anything. Thanks for that guys, catch you next time on Gaming for XP. See ya!